Florent Malouda might not be the French player most seen in the press, yet since 2007 he's been a cornerstone of the Chelsea Blues and the French national team. He won the championship in England in 2010. Before that, the midfielder had been the joy of Olympique Lyon, winning 4 league titles in France. Only the Champions League is missing to his achievements. Florent Malouda got into football when he was little, like it or not.
I did have the choice, but I was strongly influenced. I grew up in a family of footballers. My father was the all-time top scorer in the Guyana national team. My mother also played football. She was involved in the Guyana's Women's League. So 100% football environment.
We know Florent Malouda, the football star, but what we know less well is that he's a big basketball fan. As a child, his aspirations lent towards the NBA more than they did towards Stamford Bridge.
I loved basketball, but I was a bit too small. I never dared to play for a club. I felt too limited. I was and still am fond of basketball, but I didn't have the necessary skills. I would have started off with a huge handicap. I remember a Charlotte Hornets player who was very small and who had succeeded. I thought that maybe I could too, but that was only on TV.
His favourite athlete is Michael Jordan. Florent has got up at night to see the legendary Lakers player number 23 win his 6 NBA championships. Even more than his athletic performance, it's the champion's story that inspires Florent.
Knowing that at a certain age he wasn't the best, but he set himself the goal of becoming the best, and that he became the #1. And even after he stopped and decided to play golf and then made his comeback to basketball, he was still #1. For me, he set a real example. How he managed from day to day, from his starting point, when nobody would have bet on him, to when everyone wanted to be like him.
He finally got noticed playing football in the streets of Cayenne. At first, football was just a game for him. He'd never thought of making it his job until his meeting with Bernard Lama, the goalkeeper of the French team and Guyanese like himself.
He came to play with Lille at the Badouel Stadium, and I thought, hey, a Guyanese doing such a thing? I wouldn't mind if it were possible. But after that, someone told me about his journey, and I thought, well, I'll have to hold on tight. And I began to prepare myself mentally to take the step and give it a try.
Since then, Florent has come a long way. He left Guyana to go to Châteauroux when he was 15 years old. A tough situation at times. Away from his family and childhood friends, he found comfort in his companions at the training centre, all in the same boat together.
Fortunately, I had friends, and there was a feeling of solidarity in the training centre that helped us stick together. But it's true that we were left to our own devices. You have to grow up fast, but all that helps build character.
And in those difficult times, he would think of the exploits of another one of his idols, the American boxer Mike Tyson, the only one to have won the WBC, WBO and IBF heavyweight titles. Just like Michael Jordan, however, it's the champion's story that fascinated Florent.
As a kid, he had a difficult childhood. He grew up in difficult conditions, during which he began boxing to channel his energy and all the baggage he carried inside. That's a rage he had in the ring. Even if you know that you have to get up at 3 a.m. just to watch 20 seconds of a boxing match, you do it every time. And every time there's the same emotion. And there's only one like him. Others might have been better boxers than him on a technical level, but the energy he emitted would just make me dream.
The young Florent had many dreams and has achieved a lot, becoming a talented footballer and starting a family. He's a father of 4, but at 31 years old, he still has one dream to fulfill. Meet Nelson Mandela, one of his idols.
In relation to what he did, his strength of character compared to how he developed his mental abilities, how he managed to evolve, not only in regards to his militant struggle, but on a political level too. He moved upward and achieved such results while preserving his dignity and honor.
Florent was still too young in 2000 when Roger Lemaire's French selection had the chance to shake hands with the charismatic South African leader. He missed another opportunity during the 2010 World Cup.
In regards to his health and to the event itself, he was very much in demand, and I didn't have the honor and the privilege to meet him. He's still someone who means a lot to me and is a real inspiration.
Football made him famous, but thanks to his family and his education, Florent has not changed. He's actually stayed in touch with many childhood friends that he never forgets to mention.
I have one friend who lives in Guadeloupe, Jeannot Saint-Rosaire. That's some advertising for you. I have a friend in Guyana, Edson. I'm his son's godfather. Hello there. And there are a few others that I met here in metropolitan France.
Without forgetting his Ivorian friends, teammates Didier Drogba and Salomon Kalou, Guyana, France and Ivory Coast, the three countries close to Florent Malouda's heart.